Hey guys, what's up? PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at the total altcoin market cap excluding Bitcoin and ETH. And it does look like we're within an ascending broadening wedge. And if you take a look at this on the linear scale, you can see that we haven't gone up for your wave 5 yet. We're still within our macro wave 5, but we haven't gone for the parabolic bit or the blow off top part. So we had our wave 1 back in 2018, our wave 2 finished in March 2020 when they cut rates and prices went up exponentially during C19 or just after the C19 scare. Then we came down for an ABC for your wave 4, which lasted a little bit over 1 year. And then you had your 5 wave move to the upside, but it doesn't look like this wave 5 is done. I think we're going to hit the top of this resistance here, the top of this ascending wedge, and that would take you to around 1.64 trillion, but I think we're actually going to wick above it just like we did over here, just like we did back in 2021. You see how we wicked above this diagonal resistance? So if we wick above that diagonal resistance, it'll likely take you to the 1.702 and 1.786 extension, sitting at 1.72 and 1.79 trillion. If you take a fib from this 2021 high here down to this low in December 2022, you can see there the 1.618 is at 1.64 trillion, 1.702 is at 1.72 trillion, and the 1.786 is at 1.79 trillion. We also have equal high buy side liquidity here, resting in 2021 and December 2024. So there's a lot of sell stops located over here, and price is likely to be gravitated towards those stops. What we also notice here is a huge compression pattern. So this was our compression pattern. If we just delete everything here, we can see this is your compression pattern. You see how we've just been compressed in here? And we haven't really had the full breakout yet. And once you get above that level, once you get above this horizontal resistance, we're going to be entering into price discovery. I think it's gonna be one of the biggest alt seasons that we've had, next to the one that we had in 2020, right here. Okay, so we have this compression pattern over here, and then you could take a look at it like that, but you could also take a look at it like this too, right? This is your compression pattern, right here, and you can see that in March and April of 2022, we broke down from 772 to 789 billion. In March and April of 2024, 2 years later, we broke down. And all we were doing in November is just pushing above that resistance and then tapping it as support. And guess which months those were tapping it as support? That was March and April of 2025. So March and April of 2022, we see a drawdown. March and April of 2024, we see a drawdown. But what did we do in 2025 in March and April? We used it as support, right? And now the wick in May, we had a wick in May. You see this wick? This wick was from 960.25 to 842 billion. And I said that in the month of June and July, we're going to go ahead and fill in that wick. So it's either we fill in that wick in June, so starting from now, right? Or we manipulate down to these Fibonacci supports first, like this, and then come up to fill the wick in the later half of June going into July. Okay, so it's either those two scenarios. Either scenario we do, it turns out to be bullish, considering the setup we have here. We use this. This is the first time we've used 773 and 789 as support. The only two times we've interacted with that level was resistance. Even over here, back in 2021, we kind of used that level, and that was in April. So over here, right, we're using it as support. And then you can see here that the April monthly candle, it formed as a bullish hammer. you see this wick over here? This wick, this is your bullish hammer. Then the next candle after that, you take out the March highs with this guy, but we left a wick here, and it's likely we're going to fill that wick in. So don't panic, don't be despondent. I know all of our altcoins are down right now, but you don't want to panic sell or be despondent, because you have to always remember to look at the setup we have on the high time frame, because the small time frame, in the thick of it, it may be very exhausting, stressful, and it feels like the correction will never end. But when you zoom out a little, you'll realize that we're just getting started with this run up. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Peace out and take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next one.